stuff. Should be back up and running now, and then when you go over to this, you still gotta go back into here, and then see if it started a new one.
Yep.
I'll refresh that. Oh, it shows it's live now. Yeah.
You can go over here.
Just go in there. Okay. So,
Okay. So go back to OBS real quick. What is the YouTube live control panel? Does that let you change stuff? Okay, that's what that is.
yeah, so I don't know what this does.
Try to select stream.
I don't know
Not
what's
done.
that, but yeah, live stream. So that's probably if you're already live streaming. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh,
All right.
live again.
I still haven't figured it all out yet, but it's kind of a learning process. So
Yeah. Well, I'm here to help if there's.
yeah,
I figure I might as well learn if we're gonna be out here for
yeah.
a few weeks.
There's actually another dry line's back there, so you got the dry line boundary intersection. You see that?
Yep.
So this must be a moisture gradient moving west. Well, the old outflow boundary, but moisture gradient too moving west. So,
Yeah, I mean you can see the outflow boundary still moving west, and it's just.
yeah, I like your style. Relaxing. A good sign. Alright, we're watching the storm developing to our north now. It's stuff's slowly getting its act together up here. But just kind of sitting and waiting and watching. So we'll probably sit here for a while. We're outside the van just watching this stuff as it develops and trying to see which the dominant storm would be. There's a tornado warning up northwest of Woodward by about 30 miles, but there's Cindy and Christy. It's Christy's birthday today, so happy birthday, Christy! Went to the Palo Duro Canyon this morning, and then we went to the Big Texan for lunch, and now we're out here waiting to see if we can get a tornado today. Got some thunder. Storms are still getting organized. So it's kind of a sitting and waiting game right now. We'll take a look at that storm up by Buffalo, Oklahoma. That's tornado warned. There's a storm merger up there. Saying up to tennis ball or baseball size tail. Radar indicated still. So that one hasn't done it yet. We're waiting on these storms to get their act together. The lightning's been picking up in it. No real velocity out of Lubbock. Go up to Amarillo. Amarillo, there's not much either. Looks like the rotation on that storm up by Buffalo has weakened. Yeah, it's still about holding its own, but it's not very strong rotation up there. Hook looks more outflow dominant than inflow dominant. But still sitting and waiting game. Sit and wait. Sit and wait. Are we going?
What's up?
Are we just sitting?
I think we're sitting. We're just starting to get wet.
We're getting in right now because it's cold.
Sit here and roll the window down. I don't think that weather station is linked up the same age here over
It's gonna be a little
64.
while.
Maybe try unplugging this.
Said it's gonna be a little
Back
while.
in.
before anything
Is that
exciting
top green light on? Getting it now. All of them are on?
Yep, all three are on.
Yeah, well,
Maybe just, did you refresh the app?
happens.
I did try
It
it
says
once.
52 minutes ago.
Oh, okay. So I was back when we were in the heat. I don't know why that thing doesn't update. Maybe I
It's
hit
probably a
that.
couple minutes. Then,
Yeah, it's old.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well,
You
I
want to
think.
try unplugging and replugging?
Yeah, you can try that and see if it works. If not, I think I'm just going to go back and get one of those Davis ones and put on there. Those work better, and then you don't have to mess with having an app on your phone and resetting it and doing everything. But we'll reset it and see if it'll come back up. So, yeah, we're getting a little bit more rain now.
That's from this back one.
You want to go Toro taking that road up there? See that right over on the side
Yeah,
of
a
the ditch?
little mudding.
That looks pretty muddy. This road should be fine. We got some gravel, so.
We got a quick spin up tornado on the Omaha storm on the Iowa side.
Yeah. One of those little bird farts. That's what I call the little tornadoes, little bird farts.
Yeah. Yeah, this back one's popping.
Yeah, I've seen it coming up on. Even this one back here, he's got a little appendage on it, but the base looks like junk. Still like that base the better, but it's kind of like yesterday. At least the bases are starting out lower, and then we get a couple mergers, and I think we'll be good.
Those are some fat raindrops.
Yeah, they're probably melted hail, some of them. Maybe.
Yeah.
We get those big boy raindrops.
See if we end up getting some hail here in a minute.
Do you want to stay on this road? Are you worried about it?
No, it's gravel. I'm not too worried about it.
Couldn't tell if it was like true gravel or like a gravel dirt hybrid or whatever. Oh, here's our updated station
Okay.
data. 76 over 63.
That's a 13-degree spread. That's not bad.
No, but it's freaking stable.
Oh, what's the 0 to 3 kilometer cape look like on the mesoanalysis out here? Should be some, I would think.
You would hope.
There's one behind.
There you go. That's a deep.
It
Boom!
looks like there's a supercell form. I mean, look at it. Look how defined the board is on the left. It's forming the mothership here.
There's a little lobe of 150 just to the north of this. But it's in 125. So I don't, maybe it's just splitting too much.
Yeah, new live stream not up. Is the live stream up or because I'm not seeing it on the channel? Should on the app it was. Maybe I need to refresh my
On my end, it's up.
I'll find the link.
You're good. You're live.
Oh, okay. There it is. Alright, so let's go through and post it because I don't think we're
Wow,
gonna have
lightning has just exploded on this storm.
Yeah.
Look at this radar.
Yeah.
Casual, 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 casual. Boom.
any. Nice, getting some hell too.
Yep.
Here's a little bit of hail. There's one pea.
Yeah.
It's small though.
Yep, I saw one just now.
They're like pea sized.
If that.
Tornado watch goes till 11.
Yep. Let's M-ping some peas, shall we?
Go for it.
What?
Well, maybe they can.
There's an app that lets you report weather pretty easily.
Actually, some of the first hail reports were crucial at the beginning of the day, even if they're sub-severe, just because they can set their algorithm, because bills are different based off each atmospheric day. So if they can set their bill even based off penny-sized hail, dime-sized hail, it's,
Hey, look, there I am.
helps them. Yep, nice, that popped up
Just
quick.
reported.
Oh.
Yeah, just watching this little storm. It's blowing up right now. And just like that, it got calm and quiet.
We're
It was
now-
the calm before the storm.
probably in the inflow region or getting close to it of this next draft. All right, now merge. Now kiss.
So we want these two storms to merge?
Yeah, mergers are one of the key components to getting storms to really strengthen very quickly. Oftentimes, right after mergers happen, if a storm's already strong enough, you'll get some tornadoes.
I thought they choked each other out.
Can happen. That's the thing is, constructive versus destructive interactions can be hard to tell which one's going to happen, but in this stage of the storm's life, I would like them to merge. The other one that's been coming up lately is called a nudger. So basically, if I have this storm with a hook echo and I have another storm just kind of rain a little bit into the back of this, that can be enough to tighten that up to actually produce a tornado.
Air circulating.
Yeah.
That's forming kind of a nice
Yeah,
wall
so
cloud on it. Non-rotating wall cloud at this time, but
That's about as much as I got.
It's
I don't
the
know. Does it
beginning.
feel like it's coming
oh,
better?
here, let me start it up.
Oh,
Yeah,
well, the band's not on, so
there you go.
let me know when you get cold because I turned that up full blast. Yeah, wall cloud developing in front of us. Nothing that looks too terrifying. You mind tossing that in the trash? Appreciate it. Pass it back. Take one down, pass it around.
Here, but I don't see any grease on it. It's pretty high to hit. I think we should start going east and go north. You get a little bit closer to that wall cloud up there. That's getting pretty nice looking up there.
Yeah.
Probably just take this and move this up
Yeah,
here
gotcha.
for now. Just get that out of the way on the stream.
I got it.
Let's see. I think if we go over to, I don't think we gotta go that far east to get to the paved road to go north. And we can kind of, yeah, that one goes north. And as soon as we go north, I don't know, that's only up there about, what, maybe 5 miles?
Yeah, there looks to be a road.
But it curves back to the west up there. That's the paved road. That's 12 miles, well, about 10 miles north, so that would put
I
us
think
up
there's
north.
another one closer. 145. It goes straight east out of Cress.
No, I'm talking about going north.
Yeah, but you go north to that road. It's this east-west road right here. It's only
Oh, yeah, okay. I was going to go up to that road, but I thought that's going to put us north of that wall cloud there. Is it still, but if it's still moving northeast, we can do that and set up
Yeah.
out ahead of it. That's how you get close to the naders. Yeah, it's still moving northeast, so let's do that. All right, let's go get closer. If this thing doesn't start, we'll get closer to this wall cloud that's developing. It looks like a non-rotating wall cloud, but most wall clouds are until they get some good spin building down. And then the hail core is also coming up on it, so see kind of what kind of hail maybe it's got in there. It's probably pretty small right now. They haven't warned it, but
it just did apparently.
yep. So probably quarters. They just warned it.
Quarters and 60. East at 5.
So that'd be 1 inch hail. East at 5. I like the sound of that. And a little bit of mud back there, but good thing we
You
got
gotta roll up your window. You're gonna get wet.
I'll get muddy too. All right, you guys ready for some more?
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, let's get out in front of this thing, and then if these merge, which it looks like they're gonna. Oh dear.
Ooh, there's one. Here comes some more. Hold on.
Another one.
A big one.
Ugh.
I don't know if you guys can see in the back when they're coming. There's a small one.
There's a big one.
Big one.
Hold
Bigger.
on.
Another big one.
One more. Last one.
Nice. Sliding. Thank the Lord for good tires.
Yeah, glad I got these all-terrain tires this year instead of radial tires. You do a lot
Good
better.
my way.
Yeah.
Forever and ever and ever.
When you come to complete stop.
Of course. Well, careful, don't wait too long. You're gonna get towed.
Oh yeah, I'll get towed if I sit on the road too long. Huh?
Yeah, it's starting to look okay.
That's a nice walk lap.
Yeah.
I mean, not much rotation yet, but
No, but when this
got a good shape to it. I like what I'm seeing.
when this merge happens, it might be go time.
Oh yeah. It's
Don't
getting ready to
tease me,
merge.
coach.
Yeah. Don't tease me, Storm. Come on, do it. It's out in the open country.
Very small amount of rotation on the backside
Okay.
on radar.
Another area where that wall pad is.
Did you plug in where you're going, or you want me to navigate?
I got it in here. I'm starting it in CarPlay, so yeah, I got it. But yeah, if you give me a heads up on turns, that'll help too. I know this
Yeah.
one's coming up here. I'm trying to
Yeah, there's one here, but this isn't the one I think that you're going for.
Yeah, it is. It's paying. We can't.
This is the one that cuts back to the west.
Yeah.
Okay, you want that one? Cool. All right, it's coming up right here.
Because I think if we go east, if it's only moving 5 miles an hour, that'll put us too
That's a
far
good point.
east.
Yeah, this will put us on
And
the
we'll just have
backside.
to come back west. So this only curves west by like 2 or 3 miles. And then we can come in from the west and come into the hail core, and we'll be right under this wall cloud too. Probably be wet just west of it if it was to drop something, but you get that nice white tornado if it spun up something real quick. So, and we'd be closer this way too.
Tag on the front side.
Yeah, it's coming from the backside, hook slice it, even though it doesn't really have a hook yet.
Yeah, it's got a little.
Just a little bit of scud rising up in there.
Yeah, that's what I'm watching. It's a little spooky.
Definitely a scary looking cloud, an SLC.
I hate you just can't tell from this far away if there's any motion in it.
Yeah, when it's slow motion too, you gotta be kind of right up under it like we were the other day. It's hard to discern that when you're far away. If it's like moderate or rapid rotation, you'll be able to see that from like, 5 miles away, maybe sometimes more. But yeah, it's just starting out slow. It looks like maybe there's a little bit of an RFD cut in the middle of that wall cloud too, with that clear slot. But the way that's orientated, you rather want it wrapping around the southern side, but I guess there's a little bit of way. You can see some curling around up there on that edge.
Yep.
It's starting to spin. If this road went straight, we'd drive right under it, but it's going to curve back west up here. But we're only going to be on this road for about another 9-10 miles, then we go east, so it'll put us in perfect position. And maybe we'll just be north of it, where we sample the hail core while we're watching the wall cloud. Get kind of the best of both worlds.
The hail core is just north of that paved road.
So it's already north of it.
This one in the foreground might be the merger that's coming into it. Hard to tell. Doesn't really have a super refined updraft base.
Better open this app up because it's not going to be updating. We don't keep it open. Keep forgetting that. There we go. All right, we got a severe warning thunderstorm here. The hail's only 1 inch in diameter, so about quarter size, and 60-mile-per-hour winds. So it's radar indicated, but we've got a nice wall cloud forming on the back of this thing. A lot lower than the storm bases were yesterday, so the storm may be business here in about 30 minutes once this other storm cell merges into it and it intensifies a little bit more. We're going to have to cut west just a little bit up here, I think.
Yeah, it's not this one, it's just up that actually turns.
Then we'll come back north, and then we'll come back into the storm from the west side. The hail core should be north of the highway, so we probably won't get any hail right away, but the hail is still pretty small anyway, so we'd rather it to be like tennis ball or baseball or softball or small basketball sized hail, if we're going to drive in that stuff. So you got anticyclonic on the south side. You can see that clear slot cut up in the wall cloud. starting to get a little bit of cyclonic motion on the north side of that cut, so this is where we turn left, and we're not going to take dirt roads today because these Texas roads are not fun when they've had rain on them. And not only this storm, but with last night's storms and overnight convection, some of these roads, like you can see
That
ahead
looks
there,
so brutal.
we'd get stuck on that in a
That looks
heartbeat.
so
That would
bad.
ruin our chase, so we got to stay on pavement.
We got mud. Oh, and cows.
Yeah.
There's a longhorn, one's down. Did you see that?
Yeah.
One of his horns was down, the other one was up.
I
That's weird.
prefer horns down.
He must have gotten in a fight or something.
Yeah.
It's like how, unless he was like born with like some abnormality. I've never seen that before, I don't think. We got a longhorn and one's up and one's
Yeah,
down. Alright, so we have to go west. What? How far?
It's 2.5 miles total.
You can't even see this display.
Yeah, it'll
Right.
curve back north.
Oh, I'm in a hill.
And what, 2.5 miles? Come back in through the back side of this storm. Most of the hail will be north of the road, but we'll get a pretty good up-close view of this wall cloud once we get repositioned on the storm. Warning says it's only moving at 5 miles per hour. The other cell is merging into it now, as you can see on radar. And that may take it a little bit longer to get reorganized with that merger, but once it gets in there, it'll probably go gangbusters, assuming that.
Wow, that is gorgeous. Hey, this goes north 4 miles into Claytonville and then,
Take it right.
yep. I assume that's the road you want, the one that goes right into the back side of it.
Yeah, we'll go back east up here once we get to pavement.
Looks like it's getting ready to merge.
Yep, that's the merger.
Wow, look at the back of that
Right, I'm about to get a picture of that.
That's nice. You guys see the back of that tower? That's incredible.
Want me to turn? Yeah, I was gonna ask.
Yeah, I don't want to mess it up too much, but don't try to do that. Unloosen that, turn it, and then try to set it
Gotcha.
again.
Have you seen the light in the dark merging?
Yeah, it's creepy looking.
Now I was trying to tighten it down. All right, there you go.
Yeah.
Great. You got some cracks in there, but whatever.
Oh,
Yeah, you can't loosen it up too much, or it's going to wobble all
I'll
over
get
the
this,
place.
I'll get this cloth back under it.
Maybe just get a new mount.
Yep.
Well, now you got most of the ground and it's all crooked. You can just watch it on there.
Yeah, true.
Fuck. Come on, man.
There, it's back.
Oh god.
It's back here now.
That's what you want to see on those towers, like a big old bomb went off over there.
Oh yeah, now I see it.
Yeah. You get any pictures of that? When I get east,
Oh, wow,
I'll
that's
I got
probably
amazing.
something for you.
add some. Get a couple of them when we turn east. It'll be right in the front of the windshield. Then we'll have to
I know,
reposition that
she
screen
said, look at
again.
her pictures. Now that she takes.
Maybe we should have just left it, but I don't know. We need one of those expensive ones on the top. If anybody wants to donate some money, we need like
dome.
$9,000 or whatever those expensive ones that you can control with the joystick, and then we'll provide you the best stream ever.
Little rainbow down near the ground. Under this whole thing, it's just a tiny little bit.
Look at that to the
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, it's pretty high based. Again, I don't think that merger's quite happened yet. There's kind of still
It's still
two,
low enough
maybe
to
three
tornado.
separate updraft areas.
Got good rotation. That hill core is really coming up in there.
Yep. Yeah, it's looking really solid. I think you got another mile until your right turn. Yeah, there's actually a bit of an occlusion attempt.
What does that mean?
So that's when it kind of pinches off that updraft. You remember how we saw yesterday?
Yeah.
It pinching that off and that rotation tightens a little.
Yeah.
You can get funnels and tornadoes out of that, but they're very, very, very short-lived.
Cauliflower.
Yeah, but that's kind of this left side.
There you go.
This consolidated cauliflower-looking
You see,
updraft.
you see a big old cauliflower up there.
If we get a tornado right now, that would be the most gorgeous.
Yeah, it's super high bay. Well, it's still low enough to tornado, but the rotation on it's not really strong right now.
I think we're good for now. This is your right turn.
Yeah.
just looks like right to the right that there's like stuff coming off the ground.
Yeah, sometimes, especially the rain, it can condense like scud clouds right up off the ground. That's more common out in New Mexico and Colorado and Wyoming. They're called scud bombs, and sometimes you can get, a lot of people think that they're tornadoes in a lot of cases, but they're just scud coming up from the ground because the ground's so saturated. And with some of the rain last night, I'm not seeing what you're seeing, but that may be what you're seeing over there.
Yeah.
So
It's gone now. It just looked like there was more white at the
tower.
bottom.
Yeah, it's so pretty.
Holy cow.
yeah, what a
Oh, look at that
storm.
rainbow.
Oh yeah,
There you
it's
go.
a low angled rainbow. The sun angle's still high, so when the sun angle's high, you get those lower angled rainbows. Then closer to sunset, you get a lot of those really arched, or high arched rainbows. So it's just because the sun angle's still so high that it's so low to the
You should attempt one, and then it kind of looks like,
nice solid updraft.
yeah.
You got updraft there, one in the middle. There's 3 updrafts in there.
How
So-
far up you want to go?
We'll get right up under it on the other side of it because the lowering's still down there.
This one right here looks like it's circling.
Yeah, there's weak rotation with all these updraft towers.
It has like the little finger things coming down.
Yep.
Yeah, it's getting pretty nice now that it's merging. The rotation out of Lubbock is still a little weak, but it's there. It's starting to get a little bit better, but it's broad and it's weak rotation right now, so it hasn't really tightened up or gotten stronger. It may be stronger in some of the higher scans, but looks like looking at radar, it's a little bit lower. One on, display.
It's a very
You can
high
see it
based.
curling in up there.
Yep.
But that'd be cyclone. Yeah, but that's lower over there. So.
Yeah, that's what I assumed your main area was going to be.
Yeah, and sometimes you get tornadoes coming right out of the flanking line too. So kind of keep an eye back there. Sometimes even without a wall cloud, you get this nice tube coming out of the flank, especially if the storm's kind of moved away from the vorticity that is pulling into the storm. Yeah, they flashed
I don't
it
think I've
now.
ever seen a
So
rainbow
what's the
during-
flashing on here?
What?
This is a different
Like
one.
during a
But
storm.
did they?
Like
Oh, so it's a
during-
baseball.
Period.
Maybe it's just a
No,
snoop.
1.5.
Okay.
Maybe it just updated the warning.
Oh, I bet that's what it was.
That cloud.
Lightning is detected approximately 12 to 14 miles from this location. That's the
Those
Tempest weather
clouds look like
station.
they're barrel roll.
A barrel roll?
A barrel roll. Like they're not really.
Yeah,
They're
well,
real round.
yeah, that's kind of that kind of horizontal streamwise vorticity. Sometimes when it gets in the storm, it'll create like little barrel roll looks because it's still in the horizontal, and you get those horizontal eddies in the storm. Sometimes you can see them coming out of the back. Sometimes they're more in the front. But yeah, our true kind of wall cloud's still down here to about 1 o'clock position, just to the south. So we'll cut east and it'll just be south of us, and we'll get kind of northeast of that and sit and watch it as it comes up. And then if the storm turns off to the right, we'll
No,
kind
that's
of
a
drop back
different
south.
view. That's not the normal view. Other regard.
Net all the way. So
Yeah.
Thanks for being
it's all right. We got that
happens,
wall
man.
cloud.
No,
in
there
there.
is a ton. If you look at his phone, but that's not what
Yeah.
we've usually been watching. But I think he was looking for rotation.
Oh,
Yeah, that's the velocity. I can switch it back over to the precept if you want to see that. That's the normal
There we go.
reflex. So if we loop it, you can kind of see how that storm's merging in there. And you can kind of see that now it's consolidating and organizing into more one supercell. And that may, yeah, it's starting to turn.
Slowing and turning right.
Is
So,
that good?
yeah, that's what we want to see.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it is.
That'll increase the likelihood for it to produce tornadoes if it can turn off to the southeast into those lower level winds, because it'll be getting better, stronger low level shear into it and more streamwise vorticity.
Yeah, it's just a tiny little baby wall cloud. You want them to be pretty big and robust. I guess any wall cloud's better than no wall cloud.
It's starting to do that wraparound on the back end, so we got a small appendage right now. We may start getting a hook echo if that
Yeah.
keeps dragging around.
Come on, tornado!
Come on, storm! It's out in open country. There's nothing out here. It can produce a nice white cone tornado, and we can
It's
drive up
my
right next to
birthday.
it. Drive around and do some circles around it. Shake hands
I
with it.
think you bring it in, need to stand on top of the van.
Oh, okay.
And eat M&Ms.
All right. It was the steak before the chase and the peanut M&Ms. It's gonna give us the big old nice cone tornado here in about probably, I don't know, 30 minutes. If it
Yeah.
keeps up its act. Come on, dude, it's 65. It's like, why?
Media unit.
Well, the media unit's doing 50 and a freaking 75. So if you can't drive, get off the freaking road.
75.
Shit pisses me off. But that's part of the problem right there. I mean, people need to quit impeding traffic. And
Oh, Brandon, you're funny.
NBC4 intercept team.
wow. Well, they're not going to intercept shit today if they're going to drive like
What did
that.
it say?
This is local news.
Oh.
Maybe they're too scared to get close, but they don't need to be blocking traffic for the real chasers out here that know what they're doing. Stuff makes me mad. I mean, you're going to do
It's off to the right. Might be our new area. to watch.
50 and a 75 and just lollygag. It's like
Are
pull
you
off
sure
the
it's
damn
75
road.
or is that yours? Stephen?
Yeah, it's 75 out here on all Texas
Almost
highways.
any paved road in Texas is at least 75.
Yeah,
Oh,
they upped it.
really?
They upped it a
Uh-huh.
few years ago.
Are
Yeah.
you for real?
Yeah,
Yeah.
The speed limit signs and everything.
Yeah.
Indiana is like 55 max, even
Well,
on the
See
highway.
this off to the right?
Yeah. We're gonna go south here.
This is paved. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, B will tell you there's a turnpike on the east side of Austin that the speed limit's 85. That's the fastest highway I've ever been on.
The speed limit is 85?
Yeah, here's some hail. We're getting some hail.
Yeah.
There's hail.
There's Daniel. Hi,
Wow.
Daniel.
Yeah, most of the state highways, even these county roads in Texas, are all 75 unless otherwise marked. It's a big state.
Look, they
You got to
have a
drive
hail
fast
thing
to
on
get
there.
through it.
Yeah, that's Daniel Shaw.
There's some hail out here that's falling in the road. Little hail. There's that bigger one over there. It's golf ball size.
Daniel Shaw
Oh,
is.
what's that rat?
Yeah, wall cloud's starting to build again right here in front of us.
We got an east option down here.
Not for a while. No, not forever. 11 miles.
Well, it's turning right.
There's an east option that goes right through the core. That was,
Well, if it's turning
2 miles to
southeast,
the
why
north.
would we want to go that way?
Yeah, exactly.
Do it.
Yeah, there's some weak rotation and ascent into this.
There's some skug getting lifted
Yeah.
up
Probably
right
can't
there.
see it from where we're at.
Now, you can see that, like, the banding on the north side of the mezzo up there.
Yep.
There's a mezzanette vehicle. I mean, that road would work if it's moving northeast still, but if it's moving southeast,
Yeah, I don't
we don't
think
want
it's
to go up
worth
there. We're just gonna get up in the rain and lose visual. We'll get out. We'll get down here out of the rain and then pull off and
There's a
stop.
decent, as long as the thing doesn't cut too hard southeast, there's a decent road that goes through the King or the Cap Rock. You know, longer term.
Brandon's trying to get something straight.
There's the RP winds. Got strong westerlies.
Everybody's stopping up here.
Yeah, we're gonna get out of the rain up here and we're gonna stop as well. I just didn't want to stop up there in the
Is
rain.
that the Dominator?
Yep.
Good Lord.
No, that's another mezzanette vehicle. Slow down with all this traffic. Get a
Little live update. He's straight out Twisters.
The gang's all here. Ooh.
National.
That's a NOAA video, or vehicle, National Severe Storms Lab.
So are they like putting what stuff's on this?
They have a bunch of instruments attached to their vehicles. This is Freddie McKinney up here. I think that might not have been him. I think he was driving one of those yesterday. there's another merger coming into the fourth flank of this. It might be showtime pretty soon.
We like showtime.
There's a road I'm going to check to see if it's paved.
How do you tell them that if it's
Now that we're out of the rain, I'm just gonna find us a spot
Yeah,
to pull
is it a
off.
super
It's
cell
not,
now officially?
Oh,
too
this has
muddy.
been a supercell for a second, but like, yeah, definitely now.
Work there. Yeah, that'll work. Got anybody behind me, so I'm just gonna back into there. Circle around. So we're gonna pull in over here. I'll try to get us over on some gravel where it's not too muddy.
we don't care.
And then we'll get out and kind of watch the storm. This is a little bit better since it's better gravel and elevated. Then we'll watch this wall cloud, and I'll look for some road networks. Probably be able to see some good
look at
motion on
that.
it now.
Thing. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
you can see it wrapping around
Yeah,
up
there's
there.
a bit of a hook.
Get out, get out, get out! Oh, he's moving.
Yeah, that's one of the NSSL, Severe Storm Lab vehicles.
Got it?
We don't got any roads to really get us further east, so we'll watch it from here for a while. But it's starting to just merry-go-round. But that RFD gets in there and wraps around on the top.
That was Daniel Shaw.
We get some cameras out of the back.
That rotation, you're going to watch that rotation pick up quite a bit over the next minute or two. I expect, maybe not, but.
I'm not used to having them.
Yeah, they're probably trying to get east because this thing's out.
They're flying by.
They're right in the middle.
Get in here, so we've got some really good rotations starting up here in the base of the storm. Try to get a few things set up here. Get the GoPros up and running for today. And try to get all this stuff going good before we get a tornado. Starting to look good. Let's see, how do I run these things?
Yeah, kind of that normal storm motion. Look up above us. Look at this. This is clockwise rotation. No, this is the part that really
That should be good there.
you can see how quick that RFD is cutting in that motion. You know, we're in the RFD. It's not super cool.
This is good there. It's probably pretty high right now.
Not for a tornado, I don't think is what you're talking about.
Yeah,
Yeah?
it's pretty high for a tornado.
You think we're on track?
Yeah, it's got a nice hook out on it right now. Well, how far south is that road?
8.5, 8 to 8.5. It goes into South Plains, which doesn't show up on radar scope. It shows up on Google Maps.
Shows up on what?
Shows up on Google Maps.
Okay.
So we're here. This is that paved road.
Um,
We're here. That's the paved
Oh,
road.
we gotta do
Obviously,
that
this
first,
is
is it moving southeast
But then this
now?
is a decent road to be on, but obviously you can see it goes
we
through
should go
the...
ahead and reset now before this
That's
wraps
what
up.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
And if it does, we'll be able to see it.
Okay.
We going?
Yeah, let's
All right,
let
we're gonna
everybody
move-
up.
We're going to move on this before it.
Yeah, before it produces, we're going to go reposition around. If it does produce while we're driving, we'll stop. But we really want to be over on the other side of it so we can have it coming towards us instead of moving away from us. Right, so you can film while we're driving.
There might be a...
He's stressing me out.
Real quick.
He knows what he's doing.
If that wraps a bunch of rain around it, we're not going to see it from the west side anyway. Everybody in, all aboard.
And good.
Let's get out of here before this traffic comes. And be better to reposition now instead of form a tornado and wrap a bunch of rain around it, and then we're not going to see it from the west.
Again, we're also kind of getting into that good hour. You know, it's about to be 6 p.m.
Yeah, but you can see this really good hook that's forming on it.
Yep.
I think I need a Xanax.
There's another merger coming up.
The rotation's not very good on it right now, but it does have a nice appendage. It's still a little high base, but it's low enough that we could get a tornado with that. And if you get a tornado on these higher base storms like that, then they can be really photogenic.
One right into the forward flank, which is never bad.
Beep, beep.
You know who that was?
Eric Burns. He's got 3 vans out.
Those are little mini vans.
Yeah. He's based out of Oklahoma too. That's another tour company. Tornadic Expeditions. So we've seen about everybody this week except Silver Lining Tours.
Yeah.
Surprised we haven't seen the big old car again. Dominator. That's it.
Yeah, he's out here somewhere. When you see a bunch of cars in the same area, that's
yeah.
probably... The entire tree count in West Texas is off to our left.
The tree grove.
50% of all trees out here.
Yeah, and that's not even natural. That's
Nope.
planted. I wonder what kind of tree. Pecans, maybe?
Why? Just
couldn't tell
randomly
you.
in the middle of nowhere.
They wouldn't be fruit trees. I wouldn't think out here with the
No,
skulls
those are
that
too
gets
big,
in
I
the
think,
winter.
also.
It's gonna be pecans or walnuts.
Yeah, I saw some signs for pecans, so maybe that.
I bet it's pecan groves.
Yep. I think repositioning now is a good idea.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to figure out how to get down the Cap Rock. I don't think that's super urgent, but
Well, there's a road that goes through on the north side, and then another
Yeah,
one
there's-
goes through down south.
there's 2
out
options
of
right now.
Plainview. So we've got options through there. We'll just have to take the southern option so we can keep the storm in view, even if we're not as close as we want to be. We just want to take whatever south option we can.
Look at that one little appendage coming out from the right. Wow. Melanie said don't die on my birthday.
That's a paved road, but I don't know how far east it goes. Do you?
This thing?
The paved road that went east back there, how far east does it go? Paved.
I don't know if it's paved the whole time, but it doesn't go all the way to the north-south paved road.
So it turns into dirt road? It's a range road.
Yeah, I think it's just paved in. There's a tiny town there.
Well, it
called
should go
Lone
over to 207, I would think, paved all the
Star. It
way.
didn't look. No, it doesn't.
Is that? Are you looking on satellite view?
Yep.
Okay.
And it's not paved.
Maybe it just goes to a house or something.
Yeah, there's a couple houses. It's
So I was
Lone
like-
Star,
I was
Texas.
thinking, well, this other one's only 3 miles south, so.
Yeah, that one's paved for about a mile.
Yeah, we'll have to stay on paved roads today, but we want to stay tucked up as close as we can in case it produces, so it can be right up in the action.
Yeah, everything from here to that main road, I believe, is paved.
It
There's dirt.
doesn't go through, but that one does. Everybody almost can plug that in for now, because that's probably where we're going to end up going. It's in there. Must honest with it. So 2.8 miles is the paved road, correct?
That looks right to me.
Okay. And then I got us plugged in going on that northern route through the Cap Rock, but if we need to, we can drop
Yep.
maybe south and take that other road, but it's not going to take that hard of a right. I don't think it would just start moving due south, so.
Now, if anything, it'd probably go stationary about now. Maybe slightly southeast. Is tour possible?
Velocity picking up on it.
Not really. Kind of have an older scan.
Little slow.
Yeah, I mean, there's a little bit of RFD surge you can see from Lubbock's radar. Yeah, it needs to get another merger. That hook has kind of disappeared, or maybe it's cycling to the southeast or east-southeast.
Still got a nice cut back there, RFD cut.
Got an eye on it, Oscar? Got an eye on it first?
North, south.
1 mile till
I
your
think it's
turn.
going to get us like over this
Yeah, I
way.
figure it's where that vehicle's turning up there.
Yeah, it's gotta be.
Jesus,
Yeah, that storm up north is garbage. Now,
She's just not.
there's some transient rotation, but it's.
She probably
yeah, I see
I
it.
assume every single one of us is taking a left on this road. Someone's going slow.
Everybody turn here.
All the
a lot
good
of
storm
people are.
chasers.
People that want to be close are.
They don't say get far, shoot wide. Okay, yeah. It's reorganizing.
one left turn.
I know. And for me, looking at this, I feel like we're like 100 miles from it. And I know we're not.
Yeah, we're about 5 miles away from it, it looks like, from here. Maybe a little bit further, but.
Ping pongs and $50 reported in there.
Yeah, it looks like it's a little bit on here there.
Yeah, it's going through mergers and splits. I think it's doing another split right now.
Well, it's almost 6 o'clock, time for some 6 o'clock magic.
Yep.
When things start getting good, 6, 7 o'clock.
This is oriented well relative to that low level jet. If it's southeasterly like it has been.
It doesn't look like it has anything off to the southeast of it to impede it.
There's a couple updrafts, but they're not close.
Yeah, there's
33
nothing off to
miles.
the southeast. There's tornado warning in Nebraska, but it's radar indicated.
Oh, there's a tornado report 25 minutes ago with that. So it's also moving very slow.
I don't even have a watch out up there.
It's for the
A
locals.
little bit.
Local. Could have been.
I assume only locals are up there. I mean, if you're out chasing, consistent days down here is probably a bit better.
got a wall cloud up there.
Yeah, it's consolidating again.
Getting a little lower, looking a little bit better.
So it's consolidating.
Yeah, it's working on it. Again, it's just these storm scale interactions.
Oh. This stuff is for the equipment. We need to organize this shit.
Here, let me clean that up.
Instead of putting food everywhere. Shit I need to get to.
I can get it ready. I can get it. I got you.
Yeah, it's turned off to the southeast now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's taking a hard right turn, so that wall cloud will probably have to get bigger and
Well.
longer.
I can get you. I got it. You can
I
drive.
get it. We'll drive.
Thanks. Trying to keep it clean so I can work up here. That's what I got. I got shit all over the place. See what I'm doing.
Hold that camera.
Thanks.
I got you. All right, you can put that camera back.
Very well on that. Thank you. Now it still looks pretty good on the back end of thing.
Yeah, that base is getting wider too.
Starting to look good again.
No. On it. It looks like that little appendage just dropped water.
So we are about 2 miles from the north paved road,
Why can't it just let
and then 3 miles. If we turn north, then 3 miles from that east-west road that goes into the canyon. I don't think we can go there long term in this report punch, but yeah, it's always a good sign when a storm is starting to go out the right side of its warning box. This is the right side. You see that this is starting to go here. So I would imagine the next warning will be like this. Whether it's yellow or red, we'll see. Stop it. Nope. We're now 1 mile to your paved option. You can see it up there.
I'll stop up in here somewhere. There's no point in going south yet.
Yeah, I mean, you can go north into this, probably 3.
Yeah, but we just have to turn around and come back south.
76 over 63. That might be bad.
How often this update?
This
Every
is about
5 minutes.
Yeah, 5 or so. 4 to 5 minutes.
Yeah, so you gotta scan about every 5 minutes.
I'm gonna split screen this. Is that all right?
Yeah.
There's your new velocity scan. There's some convergence into this base, which is step 1 before getting some rotation. You'll see that a lot.
Got a nice inflow band forming on the east side of it now.
Yeah, this is gearing up to give it a try.
So now that's turned right. I didn't have an inflow band earlier, but up there to the right, about lowering up there, you can see the inflow band.
There's so many people.
Yeah, they're trying to find a spot to pull off up there. So now slowing down, don't know where they want to turn off at.
So this
Wow,
goes
everybody's
basically
out here.
straight into the rotation. Where the rotation's almost on top of this road.
Earlier. This road a little bit, but we need to.
Yeah, cracks me up how many times that.
So you're 3 miles from that paved east-west road
Just the
that
line
goes into the Cap Rock,
chasers.
and then 5-ish miles from this rotation. You can start to see the rain bands on this RFD coming down. It's getting a little darker there.
We may, if it's taking a hard right, we may want to go south and take that other road through.
I think eventually we'll want to, but it's moving so slow that I think we can stay on this road for a little bit.
This is windy, and it's going to go through a bunch of hills. And
yeah, and it's also going to intersect the core. Convergence signature backed off on latest scan. Anyone want to go to the South Plains Baptist Church?
We're going to stop at the post office.
And the post office? I guess there's the church. They're all watching.
Yeah, you guys can get out. We'll watch it. It's got a nice inflow band up off to the north now.
Yeah. Is there anything you want? I'm going to reorganize in this space right now while we're stopped.
No, I just want to keep.
Yeah, I got you.
A bunch of stuff up there because
Can
that's like
do.
camera equipment and stuff like that. But when we're in serious chase mode, kind of keep that cleaned and organized because that's where
Yes, sir.
a lot of that stuff goes. And then I don't have room to kind of have this iPad up there when I need to look at it.
Yeah.
Alright, let's shut these off for now. We'll get them later. But now we got them set up where we need them, so it should be good.
You say the GoPros, you just turn them off, is that what we did?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So if we get in some more action whatsoever, there's no point in running when everybody's gonna be out of the van.
Fair
so
enough.
I try to remember to turn them on and off. So. Alright, so the storm's turned right. In the left part of the stream, you can kind of see a little bit of a lowering up there. It doesn't really have strong rotation, but that's where like the little appendage on the radar is. Not really a hook, so I just gotta sit and watch and wait, see what it does. I'll turn it. Hang on a second. Jeez. Fucking 10,000 fucking things I'm trying to do. All right, we got a funnel cloud over there. You can see it pretty good on the stream. I'll zoom it in a little bit, and then I'll come back and check the stream in a little bit. So there's your funnel cloud. Storm just went tornado one. It's gonna come down. Look at that. Yep, we got a tornado. Tornadoes on the ground. Look at that beauty.
amazing.
It was almost surreal that we were looking at it.
And it was
Yeah.
so slow.
I know. It was like it gave us time to set up our cameras and everything. Yeah.
Yeah, I sprinted back to get my wide or whatever long telephoto.
Telephoto
Yeah.
lens, cool. Yeah, I got some wide shots, but I got some shots of the tornado, and I got a bunch of
Tour
shots of
guests
like you guys at your backs, but with the tornado. So I'll get all those edited and share them. So yeah, we'll get south before some of this other traffic comes. Everybody's in. Yeah, we'll reposition. Maybe we'll get another one. There's kind of a high base lowering off to the east, so that may be the next cycle on it if it recycles. We got some other storms that are going up to the south, but you can see all these headlights coming. So
Probably go after this,
Oh
this
my
next
God.
one.
yeah, we're wanting to get ahead out of this traffic, so it'll help us stay out ahead of the storm a little bit quicker, and then set up for the next one. So all right, good job, team.
Yeah!
Yay! Tornado!
Yeah.
Way to go,
Alright.
Brandon
Oh,
and
sorry.
Mitchell.
Yeah, way to go, team.
Oh, that
was awesome.
Amazing.
So-
We got a car door open. Is that the back one? Yeah, that's the back one.
The
Somebody
trunk
didn't
or
get the back door shut all the way. That's all right. If all the luggage falls out, it'll be like vacation.
yeah, good lord.
South of Silverton.
Yep, south of Silverton.
Yeah.
Silverton or Kentucky is actually.
Yeah, northeast of Lockney, south of Silverton. Yeah, it's probably closer to Lockney
Yeah.
than Silverton. But I'd say northeast of Lockney. But they usually try to tag the closest town.
Rick
so.
sent me this picture. He was watching on the cam. On the
Oh, yeah.
On the live stream
yeah, a friend
Sweet.
of mine sent a picture of me sitting in the live stream.
with the tornado.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, so this core is going to impinge on that road that goes down through the Cab Rock. It's going to eventually cross that. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna go south and then go east. Get a little bit more buffer out of it and see if it'll give it a little bit more time to recycle.
Do you think it can produce another one?
Yeah, it could. Especially if it keeps moving southeast and these storms going up southwest of it don't mess with it too quickly. I think these storms going up down to the southwest are on more of the outflow boundaries, so we may storm hop down to some of those if they kind of look like they become the more dominant cell. But for right now, this is the dominant storm, so there's no point in leaving it just yet. But
Yeah.
if all that stuff down to the south down here blows up south of it, then we may have a new target storm further south later on before sunset. All right.
Well, that's all I needed for my husband to not tell me I told you so.
You send her a picture.
He has no clue what's happening right now. I could be flying with the cows and he wouldn't care.
Tornado number 13 for me.
Oh, nice. There
Oh,
you go.
really?
Yeah,
We need to get you another one today. 13's an unlucky number.
I know, right? I'll
Yeah.
never see a tornado ever
Yeah,
again.
no, you're 13 and you're done.
Yep.
Maybe before the end of the day we can get 14.
That's my 13th. Brandon's seen, he thinks now over 300.
Yeah,
so.
I don't keep good counts, but I'm probably somewhere in the upper 200s, lower
My friend
300s.
sent me this as my god.
But I've been chasing since I saw my first tornado in '97. And
Yep.
then when I started chasing hardcore, you average about 30 to 40 tornadoes a season. So I mean, in 10 years, that's 400 tornadoes. So I could even be above 300. I don't know. I don't keep counts on that stuff. I just each tornado is unique and different in its own. I just appreciate it, and I don't need really to count. It doesn't do really anything for me to
Yep.
know the exact number. Then you kind of question the smaller, weaker ones that are sometimes maybe brief
Yeah.
land spouts or gustnadoes under a circulation in the cloud base that aren't really tornadoes. So I don't ever count those anyway, but I know some chasers do. So it's going around, but slow down. make everybody else slow down back there. I guess. So the passing zone, I could have just went around, but
On cue. Put out a little left split doing that.
oh, sweet. Maybe it'll wrap back up now.
He's got a shot. I mean, why wouldn't it if the low level jet's increasing?
Yeah, that's true. This was the dominant storm on the other stuff is firing northeast of Amarillo now. That one up by Pampa may produce two this evening. Especially if this gets messy down there, maybe we can go up north and meet that, but there's a cell firing, but the dew points were lower up there earlier.
Yeah, this is got to be the best environment.
Is that one up by Winoka radar
I didn't
indicated?
either.
It's up northeast of Woodward now. It's
You
Tornado.
don't
tornado.
think about
Tornado.
tornadoes being so beautiful.
Tornado
You
on
see
that
them
one as
being
well.
Oh yeah.
ugly and destructive and
Yeah.
It was photogenic as well.
yeah, it was beautiful.
I can't imagine not even talking.
So,
It's
yeah, you can see up there. That's where all those cars are.
yeah,
Like
0.8
how fast do you
miles.
think that one was going?
It looked pretty
Ground
stationary.
Yeah.
Not
looked like it was
at
just
all.
sitting
He
almost-
probably could have outran it
Really?
on foot. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it moved around a little bit at the base, but it really didn't move much. It kind of just was more stationary than anything.
Yeah, let's get closer then.
Okay,
Yeah.
we'll try if we got
Yeah,
the
this
road
storm.
networks.
Yeah, this road network is gonna be a little bit of a challenge. We might have to drive through some hail on this next road, depending on how fast the storm actually
I say
ends
we
up
get
moving.
closer next time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's part of the balance is you don't always get to choose when it happens.
Yeah.
And so
Well, we were so far away from that one. He said we could have outran it.
We
yeah,
weren't
but the
that
closer,
far away from it.
the closer you get, you don't always get the best
Do you think
views.
we were
Starting to form another wall cloud up there
that's
to
what
the
it looked like
northwest.
beforehand.
So you think we were only about a mile away from that?
5 miles.
5.
Oh, 5 miles. Okay.
Yeah, and if it only lasted 10 minutes, that's half your time with the tornado that we would have had to drive up to it. So
Yeah, so we would have been driving. So.
it's that balance. It's especially if it's your first.
No. I thought I'm
No,
not
I know.
complaining.
No, I know. I'm saying it's
I
your
just-
first tornado. So now if another one comes, we can get up closer to it.
I can't grasp
Yeah.
distance as far as how far we were.
One, they're
away
so
or-
big that they
or
just
how
tower
fast it
over.
was going.
That's a nice wall cloud forming up there again.
Yeah, looking solid.
Big wall cloud.
Might get a twofer.
Maybe. Kind of
Now
up to
that
the
would be
storm,
a
we
big
can't
day.
predict that.
I think I got to do this for my birthday every year.
I think so too.
We'll just start.
We'll do my birthday one
Yeah.
year. Oh, that's so cool.
I'm just gonna tell Aaron I'm doing it again. Guess what, honey? We're doing it again.
He'll be mad if you cancel the beach trips and start going storm chasing.
Oh no, we'll do both because I don't want
okay.
to miss my beach trip.
Yeah, it's kind of starting to get that look again.
Yeah. Velocity picking back up on it.
No, but the velocity on the first one didn't look like a tornado.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Ours-
expected it to have a moment where it
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like
I wasn't
20
paying attention to the velocity,
I
but
just
I
checked.
never had a good couplet on it.
No, I don't think
And our flight
if there
was
weren't
on-
chasers, I don't know if they would have radar warned that.
Well, I have
yeah,
two
I
friends
guess
now
so.
that want to do it
Yeah.
too, so if I give them enough heads up.
Good
Can
point.
you imagine Heidi on this?
Yeah, it was already tornado warning, so it's like there's no
I know.
point in sending in duplicate reports and everybody else. I mean, I saw all the triangles pop up on the radar, so
She couldn't go this
if I'm on it by
far.
myself and it hasn't been reported, I'll do it, but I feel like there's no point in sending in multiple reports of the same
No,
tornado.
Shock collar.
The National Weather Service is already aware of it.
We love you, Heidi.
It ain't anything she don't already know.
I know.
That was fun. That was cute.
Yeah, we'll probably go up here another mile or two and pull
It's
over
getting-
and just watch it.
It's getting that freaking look, man.
It's getting the look, and that wall cloud's still about 5 miles to our northwest, so we kind of want to. We're kind of a balance of wanting to get out of all that traffic so you don't get stuck in the conga line, but then you want to be close to the.
That's what you call it.
It's like a conga
all
line.
the chasers.
Yeah, because you get stuck behind them, and then that slows you down, so you don't get to reposition as effectively. But then, if you're out way ahead of the storm and it produces another tornado, then you don't get as close. wipers going. There we go. Get in here and get the wipers going for the stream.
Yep. I don't think that's dropping.
Okay.
Yep. I don't think that's dropping. Well, we're definitely where we would need to. Well, we're definitely where we would need to be if it was gonna.
Yeah. I'm gonna get out. You guys can hang it
Yeah.
here if you want. I'm gonna-
Everybody's gone. You wanna go
Here's
out
the
there and
tip.
see?
Oh, there's the tip.
Oh.
Where? No, that's
Or is that the Dom?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
that's the Dom.
Yeah, that's kind of wrapping up back here, but here, dipped off to the east. I wonder if we should go ahead and take that road. To the east, I wonder if we should go ahead and take that road. Oh, I want to control it. Oh, I want to control it. Good for instance, another one. Good for instance, another one. Left one's here, but I think it's still getting some info up there, but it's not stronger. I think it's still getting some info up there, but it's not stronger. Good that everybody's here. Just call out of here real quick for me, and then if the train starts getting too heavy, we're probably gonna have to get off this road. It's still picking up fast now, but. A little bit of hail. Yeah, it's more just rising. It's kind
Yeah.
of slow rotation over here, right up here.
Get hail.
Trying to wrap up. The base is more around now. It's linear for a while. We're now around that basis now. So here comes the RFD wrapping around. And I don't know if we got any roads we can take other than going on the pavement. Kind of neat. How long would that take us to flood into that
It's
one?
got a tornado now on the
this
thing.
road, the paved one up there.
Oh, yeah.
We're gonna get off the street.
Yeah. It's gonna turn to muck.
How long would it take us to route around that way?
Imagine guesstimating at least 20 minutes. Putting in now.
What's the velocity look like? Everybody in?
Yeah.
Get off this road before it gets too muddy.
Come on, tell me. 25 plus, 25 plus.
I think I see that as our only option unless we see some of these dirt roads.
Plus, it doesn't look like anything.
Okay. Let's just reroute around. We'll probably lose visual of this updraft for a little bit, but we'll get in some hail. We got some big hail falling now. We got some golf balls down there. And then we'll kind of go down to Matador. The terrain will clear out around there. It's 29 minutes to Matador, so it doesn't look like
That was a
anything's
big one,
imminent.
whatever fell in that road.
You really want to go
Yeah. Ooh, that
Yeah, we're in hail mode again, guys. Get excited.
Yeah, that's kind of our best route to get around. Oh, that was a big one.
Yeah, I saw a big one hop back there.
There's some big ones.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
Wimbledon, man.
let's wait for it to come. Look at these out in the field.
Oh, look at them out there.
Yeah, there's some big ones.
Holy cow.
Oh, that's huge over here.
Yeah,
Oh, man. It's
they're
gonna,
about as big as yesterday.
it's gonna screw the hell.
Oh, it's going to be
Get off the
Oh, look
road.
at that one.
Oh, these are ginormous
Over to
stones.
the left.
Oh, there went a big one.
We're getting bombed.
Oh, Brandon, don't die.
I know.
Look
I don't
at
want
the
to.
right. Oh, it's gonna be so loud when it.
Yeah, we haven't had one hit yet. Oh! we got some big hail again.
I think
They're like
I just
meteors.
peed my pants.
They're bigger than yesterday.
Just said it hadn't hit yet.
Oh my God, they're so big.
Those might be softballs.
Yeah, I think those are. We only got one, but see, so when they get that big, a lot of times You see any more falling still?
Don't get out.
Oh my God!
To have it.
I think most of them have passed.
No, I just saw another at least 2.5 inch.
Let me wait. I'm gonna get a couple for you.
You're gonna get one right
Oh
through the
my God,
windshield.
Brandon!
We'll be all right. I'll wait until it gets a little bit smaller.
That was a small one.
Was it? I think the big ones have stopped. Yeah, it doesn't look. Where's the velocity mode on here? I got that switched over. I'm gonna
Say
see-
hi to the Dominator.
Hey, Dominator.
No, not Dominator.
No.
They all look like the Dominator these days.
Yeah, that rotation doesn't look super strong right now. So. Oh! There's another big one.
Oh, look at that one.
Wow, look at
Yeah.
that one out there.
Oh, they're huge, dude.
Yeah, these are bigger than yesterday, I think. Some of them.
That's the sound, definitely.
Yeah, they're just bouncing.
Thunderstorm warning!
Oh, that's
Destructive baseball-sized hail.
Confirm.
Like softball.
See if we get some of that hail bouncing on the road on the screen. No, it's
small
still some
hail.
big ones. Yeah, it's still some big ones. They're not as big, but
I don't know what hail you're looking at. He's gonna get knocked out.
All right, who's holding? Oh my!
I saw that.
Oh my!
My goodness.
Yeah, look at that one.
Wow.
Yeah. What do you want? I'm getting tape measure first. Can you set it right here?
Yeah.
Let us measure it real quick, and then we'll pass it back. Some of it broke off, so I measure it from there and then just estimate, because that would have been about 4 inches. So yeah, softball. 'Cause some of that broke when it fell. You can see. So yeah, there's some 4-inch hail out here. I'd send that report in since it's just
4
baseball.
inch.
Yeah, 4 inch. Because you can tell that one broke.
That is ridiculous. Alright. Brandon! Oh my God.
Oscar, what you got?
Oh my gosh! What is that?
That's humongous.
This is a wide hail.
Yeah, I just zoomed out, and I just dropped
What
two
did he
tennis
do?
balls in the baseball down here.
He's getting in front of the camera.
Here, look at that spiky one.
Oh, that's cool!
Oh,
You said
That
it
one
right
was
here.
brilliant.
I'm getting official measurements. Oh my God!
see that one.
That's so cool. Hold on.
Yeah, let me
Let's
get
a measurement.
let me get official measurements first.
I mean, the fact it got spikes.
I know.
That's 4.5. Wow! Set them,
Bigger than yesterday.
set them right here. Whatever.
Oh, holy shit.
This is the biggest one.
That's
You get here. Listen to it. You can hear the hell roar get off to the southeast. It's crazy.
Tell me back at 911 ready.
Oh,
Good have Yes, you are. Come on, man. Don't go too far away.
yeah. If you see him collapse, let me
I
know.
was gonna say we should tie a rope to him.
That spiky one is crazy. All right, feel free to take any
Is
of
he
these.
still standing?
Yes. I'm gonna throw out the smaller ones. Those we don't need those.
No, we just need big ones. Here.
I'm throwing out the smaller ones.
What is he doing?
Oh my freaking god, man. Yeah, those are smaller than the ones we got. This one was at least 4.5.
4.5. Let me take a picture real quick. You got like one of the
We measure.
baseballs.
We need to get our.
Yeah, go for it. That's it.
Oh my gosh, they're bigger than baseball.
Yeah, they're bigger than yesterday. Get some of this stuff out of the way. Take a picture real quick. Then we'll get down the road.
You're a maniac for going out there.
Oh, I waited till the big stuff fall. The things I do for my tour guests.
We appreciate it.
Oh yeah.
How do you get bigger than yesterday?
Well, I got hit by one. On the van, I mean. I didn't get hit by one. All right, everybody ready? Did you guys pass us back?
Here.
We're done with him. Oh, look at that spiky one.
That's
You
crazy.
want to see him?
Yeah. Here.
Look
When
at
it-
the spiky one. That's the best.
When you get done with them, just throw them over there on the floorboard and let them out. We'll get them out next stop.
Those spiky ones are amazing.
Anybody else want any?
That is. I got some dip. Sorry.
Yeah, when that one fell, I was like, oh, was that a rogue hailstone? And that was you chucking it out there.
Yeah.
I was like,
Oh, the one that you jumped over?
yeah.
I thought you saw me throw it.
No, I thought it was a rogue hailstone. And I was like, oh no.
Oh, God.
I don't know if I get whacked.
Well, I got you back quicker. Yeah, if you see anything bigger, feel free.
Yeah, I don't
That's huge.
see. I think that was the biggest back there. Unless you see, look over there real
I mean,
quick as we're going.
They all look giant to me.
Yeah.
But,
I think that was the
there's
biggest.
a couple out here that you might.
A little bigger.
Yeah, there's a spiky one down here.
Jump out and grab it real quick.
Yeah, go for it.
It's on your side. Oh, here, you sit that one. Wait until they pass. I'll check and see if they're bigger.
Mitchell,
Yeah, that
Mitchell, can you lower the AC?
AC lower?
Yes, please. Thank you.
Those are a little smaller. Boo, boring.
All right, let's go reposition. See if we can get another nader.
Get you an official
wow.
measurement.
That's crazy. Did you send in the 4.5 inch report?
I emptied it.
Okay. That's crazy.
I'll tweet it here in a moment.
2 big hail days in a row. Oh, wow.
That one's 4 1/4.
4 1/4, so
Yeah,
4.5. 4.5 was the biggest hail.
Oh my goodness.
All right. It's really starting to look a little bit better now. It's not rotation, but it's got that cell to the south is going to interfere with it here in a little bit. But get around and see if we get anything bigger with it. We gotta go 16 miles before we go south though. That'll put us back out ahead of it.
Ryan Shoal.
Oh, I got some more exercise. Here's another part of here. See a little bit better. They're doing the same thing. The bigger hill's back there.
Okay.
It's when they come down and hit the road like meteors.
Yeah,
I
just
saw the
shatter.
first one on the dirt road. I was like, oh man.
Yeah, and only one hit the van, none hit the windshield. So yeah, when you get those softballs, sometimes you can get in there.
That's why I was saying yesterday there were so many of the big ones. Is that NSSL collecting? Yes, sir. I think that's NSSL. Ella.
Yeah. Hell research up here.
Guy going up on the left.
Rick heard us yelling on me. You see it when the
A lot of little hell up
You're
here.
starting to get hail accumulations on the road, if you can see.
It's all white.
Yeah, smaller but more.
That's 14 miles to our south route. Probably route around the bigger hill now. It's down to our south, just north of that notch. Not tornado warned anymore, but Might get another one before dark, we'll see. Got one good one today, better than
Yeah,
none.
that's beautiful.
And we got big hail.
Best birthday
That
gift.
rainbow's starting over there.
Yeah, I see. I would assume this is now the cap rock that we're about to hit.
Yeah. But we can't really see anything down there through the rain anyway. You kind of maybe make out some clouds down there. But
Yeah.
we're out around it. We'll be around it here in about 15 minutes probably. Maybe 20 at the most. But then we'll be back out ahead of it again. Down on Highway 70.
Is that towards the bottom like a little hook?
Yeah, there's a little hook on it. It's not tornado warned right now though. The rotation's kind of slacking off. I think that storm to the southwest is kind of messing with it a little bit. It may merge with that storm because that storm's kind of moving east-northeast and our storm's still moving like southeast. So that may mess it up for a little bit and then it may reorganize or that may screw it up altogether. We don't know, but we'll reposition down. We're going to go down to this Matador down here. And once we get down to Matador here in 23 minutes, by then we'll see, we'll have a clear, open view of it. So,
Yeah, don't drive us off in this canyon.
okay, I'll try not to.
Oh, it's tornado warned now.
Nope, yeah, they tornado warned it again. Check it. See
Oh
if
my
it's,
god.
Yeah, I got you. I'm looking.
We're gonna die.
it's radar indicated, so.
Oh, not for long.
No,
No, that thing is spinning.
yeah.
Let's don't roll down the canyon.
Okay.
Big water.
Yeah, a little bit
More
mud.
mud.
Can you see anything down there through the rain?
No, I don't think so. It'd be straight south.
Try to see if I can have Yeah, but we're not we're streaming the ground.
Yeah, I got you.
Come on. Stuck in there.
Something about the camera.
See anything back there?
Yeah, we're just fixing the stream real quick.
Next time you get out, be careful of putting your ankle underneath your carpet.
No,
Listen,
okay.
Like almost fall out. You can almost see that.
This is shitting out. I just need to buy another one. Here, come with it.
You gotta throw these down by the door. We can probably, once we get to that road, do a forward flank downdraft slice and just, I guess that's a core punch.
down for a while, we'll be able to punch down there and see
This
it.
looks like one that might be down for a while.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's strong. Strong rotation on radar.
What direction do you think it is?
It's basically straight 3 o'clock, maybe like 3:15. You're not gonna see it unless it clears that RFD up, which it probably won't.
Yeah, with this cap rock, we didn't have any roads to get us down there, so maybe we should have just repositioned earlier. You never know. But
Yeah, it's one of those where do what you can.
didn't know it was going to wrap up so quick, but if we get into taking dirt roads, we would have gotten stuck, so this was our only option, to stay on pavement. But we'll be down there in about probably 10 minutes, 15, we'll probably get visual. 10 to 15 minutes, so if it's a long track one, which it looks like it may be, we'll catch the tail end of it probably, and maybe get across the road down here. What's this?
Motion.
Oh, that's the county line that goes south.
Yeah.
I was looking at the line. Okay, yeah, that's county line.
Warned for tornado and DVD-sized hail.
Who?
This storm is warned for a tornado and DVD-sized hail.
DVD?
Correct.
What's that? 5 inches?
Yep.
Wow.
I mean, Reed reported 5 inches.
Well, we got
Got a
4.5.
picture. The highest I was able to measure was 4.5. And I did send that picture in and tag you and all that.
Okay, cool, thanks. Just gotta get down there before it dissipates.
Yeah, it wasn't condensed to the ground yet.
Oh, it wasn't?
Oh, it's
Not
on
in
the
the
ground
not in
yet?
the picture. It's definitely on the ground.
But it's not fully
It's
condensed.
just kind of a nub. Now it kind of is. Yeah.
You watching a live stream?
No, just seeing Twitter reports.
What's it look like? Show me a pic. No. Big old kind of fat cone. Yeah, alright, we'll get down there. If it lasts for a while or it may recycle. The storm ain't done yet. Might be able to see it out of the back end. Well, no, never mind. We're a little bit north of it, but we're going to turn south here in about 5 minutes. So then we'll start punching through the core, and then we'll get back over on the right side of the storm. The only thing is we had a road hole, so we didn't have any roads really to get us down there.
It's part of Canyon Cap Rock magic.
Yeah. Sometimes the storms are just in terrain, so you know, if we would have known it was going to
PDS.
recycle
PDS warned.
for Matador,
Yep.
probably.
Yeah, for this one.
What does PDS mean?
When they know there's a strong tornado down on the ground doing damage, they'll.
But if it's not going through any towns, why would it? Oh, that would be a tornado emergency.
Yeah.
Never
Yeah,
mind.
there's kind of 3 tiers. Well, 4 tiers. There's radar indicated tornado, confirmed tornado, particularly dangerous situation tornado, which is what this is, and then tornado emergency is worst case.
Well, it's on the ground right now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, somewhere off to our right.
Yep. So look down there and see if you can see it in the rain.
Something on the road up here.
Debris or something. I'll go around it.
Yeah, we're trying to get around.
There's a chance that as this, if and when this thing occludes,
We may
they
get
tend
it.
to come back into the rain and you might get a view of it.
We'll get down there. If it stays on the ground and keeps moving southeast, we can get it crossing Highway 70 pretty close. So they get that close encounter depending on how long it stays down for. Looks like it's got a good inflow notch on it, so the inflow hasn't definitely gotten choked off yet. Usually when you see that hook wrap all the way around it, that's when the RFD wraps around it, and if it's a cold RFD, it'll choke it off. If it's a warm RFD, it can be a long track tornado. Just depending on the thermodynamics of the RFD, the downdraft coming around the south side of the tornado.
Where are these people going?
I don't know. It's supposed to be helping me find
Yeah,
roads.
it's like right there, the confirmed tornado.
This, I think, is paved. I don't know how long.
Take that.
Yeah, that was paved.
It's only 3 miles to the main paved road.
Yeah, it's fair.
That'll get us down there a few minutes faster, but is it paved all the way down back there?
Yeah, I
We
think
should have
so.
been watching roads.
It was kind of. It wasn't showing up on my maps.
Well, we got satellite view too. We can be looking for paved roads.
it shows up the same tier as all my dirt roads.
So does it go all the way down paved, or does it turn into dirt?
It kind of winds a little bit.
I don't like taking those roads we don't know for sure, because I've taken them before. You get 5 miles down there, it turns into dirt.
Yeah,
I know 70 is guaranteed paved, so I'm just going to take that.
Yeah, I think that's the right move. Even with all those turns, 70 might even be quicker. It doesn't really cut it that off that much. That thing's still going strong, so.
Yeah, it'll be on the ground for a while. It'll probably still be on the ground when we get down there.
And it's not going to cross 70 for a long while.
Okay.
So we're safe coming in from this way.
Is it moving more south than southeast?
Yeah, more south up, southeast.
That means that other storm's going to come into it here probably about the time we get down there. And then it's going to get messy.
Yeah, that one's moving pretty slow. I mean, this one probably is too.
That's the highway up there. You can see that car going south. And we'll be down there here pretty quick. How far is it from where we're at to the rain-free? Measure it on
10-ish to the fully rain-free. Probably.
Should start seeing it before then. So
Yeah.
we'll be down there in 10 minutes.
so.
It's back in the rain back there. It's back in the rain back there. We got any paved roads going west down here?
Once you get in Matador, you get US 657. Matador, you get US 670.
Well, that's not gonna help us.
Nope, indeed.
Well, that's not gonna help us.
Nope.
You got anything before? May pull off once we get an opening. Can you see it out there or not?
No, I don't. I think it's.
It's right.
I might see it way back in there, actually.
Yeah, it's back in there.
Yeah, it's way. Keep going. We're not quite doing the
Maybe up on this hill. Well, I'd like to stop and get a visual of it instead of driving.
I know, right?
Is that big white bubble?
No, it's way back in there.
Thought there weren't any paved roads going west.
I didn't see any.
Well, we need a
Well,
navigator
that
or
one,
something.
that
man.
one goes and dead ends into a dirt road. That goes for a mile.
Okay.
Sorry to tell you that.
Well, it's paved, so. This always paved.
Yeah, it doesn't go. Sorry, that doesn't go to anything.
Need to find roads. That's part of the job.
I'm working on it.
Doing everything over here by myself. Yeah, it's all wrapped in rain now, pretty much.
Yeah.
When I get visual, if you get visual, let me know and I'll stop. You guys see it? No.
Nope. Still just rain. Yeah, that's the whole updraft. It's buried back on the right side of that rain. Way back in there.
Yeah. It may come out. Let's just stop here and see if it clears up. Sometimes it clears up. Or,
Go for it.
well, let's go down to the next hill, get out of the rain. We'll stop. Sometimes it'll clear up, even though when they wrap in rain, especially maybe if they quit out of the back, and be able to see it from there. We wrapped a bunch of rain around it, so it may recycle. We'll see. It's still got a strong couplet, so there's still a tornado down back there.
So it's still saying it's on the ground?
Yeah, it's definitely down back in there.
Yeah, well, the TDS got lighter, but there's a donut hole on radar. You can see this donut hole in the hook, but the TDS is pretty much gone. But the
Might
velocity,
not be hitting anything back there.
yeah, that's true. Doesn't be anything back there.
Start taking a look at this storm structure. I mean, even if you can't see the tornado below it, this is a good storm structure. come up on Matador. There's a road that goes east. That is, we can go east on it and not be in the path.
Why would we want to go east if it's west of us?
That's what I meant. I said east. I meant west. If you want to try to get a visual, that's the road I would take.
Yeah, if it stays on the ground, it can cross that road. But if we get too far south of it, it's better to stay up in the notch, not get south of it.
Yeah.
Because if you get some good inflow, it's going to clean it up back in there.
Definitely in that range.
Nothing yet, but that RFD might be starting to clear. Front side of it's clearing up. Not back where it's at. Going up a mile and a half to Matador. As soon as the road curves off to the south, you'll take a right.
It's way over here being recorded too.
Is there anything on the ground back there? I can't see it.
No, I can't see anything. I'm sure it's still down.
I think it lifted. We got that tower in the way. Yeah, maybe back in there, back behind the range. We'll move where. Yeah, I see it coming.
Just one on
Wait,
my
is that
side. I
it?
don't see anyone on the right or left side.
Is that it right there?
No, it's back in the rain. We'll go.
Truck.
I know, I see it.
Okay.
I'm good.
It's gonna be back on the right side of that lighter but dense precip area. If we
Still on the ground, right?
as of now, yeah.
Well, the couplet's weakening.
Might be
so
weakening and tightening.
I think it may have lifted. Most of its life cycle is probably wrapped in rain except the beginning, so we'll go west a little bit, but we're not going to go too far west because depending on how the storm tracks, we may need to go further south.
Yeah, there is another west road that is about another 10, maybe a little
Look
less
at all the
than 10
different
miles
places
south.
that got reported.
Yeah, there's 3 going
Yeah,
that's
but
just
with
where
all
they
the
reported.
chasers that were on it, that means
That's
probably
just where
most
they
of them didn't get
reported.
to see it.
There's also the other storm now to our south. You want me to show you that?
Yeah. How far is it? I'm not going to drive all day long just to get down there.
Yeah.
7:37. We got like an hour's daylight. You got to take that into consideration too. How much
Yep.
daylight we got
It's
left.
about 40-ish
Yeah,
miles.
we get down there right at
southeast.
sunset.
Yeah.
Maybe that's one of the cycle. I don't want to get too far west. I
Yeah,
want to
me
stay out
either.
here with the structure. I mean, if it's back there in the range, we wouldn't even see it unless we got way back in there. So
You can kind of see it starting to clear. Maybe.
I'd really get some of the structure. Looks
Yeah.
pretty good. Maybe
Peace.
Everybody's in. Well, we switch over to internet. Are you getting any internet on your phone?
Yeah, I got one bar I can check. I mean, I have what's probably the latest scan.
Yeah.
It's just kind of.
Yeah, it's recycling back to the south. Well, by the time we get down to that southern one, it's going to be dark.
Yeah.
I don't really feel like driving all the way down there just to get down there.